The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now Rush. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. To throw again on second down. Rush. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson here running out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw is Rush. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, this is going to depend on the speed. It's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Throwing here, Rush to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Lavonte David in on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion, the tight end. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, floating like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw, Rush. And he finds McLaurin. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rush to throw. And that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down at the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there that's going to bring up a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On 4th down, Rush. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rush. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Seven, our score after 1. first and 10, it's Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Rush. And incomplete on the deep ball. Just a 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Rush. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rush. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And
looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. And they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And they were shut out last week as well, so you have to wonder what their mindset will be coming into this one. Personally, I think that they put that one behind them, and they're ready to move on.
Come on.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Rush.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Rush.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Looked like he was in line for a kick, but instead, it's not harmlessly to the turf.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun. Rush. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 38 there on third down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On first down, Rush. He stiff arms him.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's Hurts to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
11 yards for number 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders.
And space tough to come by there as he'll give maybe a yard to the 37.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense. Too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
Give them 18 on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run. It's Sanders.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go.
2nd and 7.
70,
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Man open left side is Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground with Sanders. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and 9. Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rush. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Rush. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to be taken down. And it should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Rush. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good safe play right there. He's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out of the flat.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rush. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Rush. Quick slant, Dotson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw, Rush. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rush. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion, avoiding any risk of a flag.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Rush. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
From the right hash, this from 53.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rush. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And some room to maneuver. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Ready.
Build that momentum, offense.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Okay, ready.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll drop to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Here's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Those mistakes will continue to pay off.
They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.